Hey, this is Mercedes Pallmeyer with another Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about motivation. And at the end of this video, we're actually going to go over one of the best exercises to go through to really connect to your true motivation. So if you like all of this content, make sure you thumbs up this video, subscribe, and hit the bell. All right, welcome to another Tip Tuesday. I'm Mercedes Pallmeyer with Modus Athletica. I have an award-winning book, Peak Nutrition and Simple Strength, which is self-published. I will link to those below. And thank you so much for joining me. All right, so today we're going to be talking about motivation. We're going along in this theme of habit formation. So this week with motivation, we're really going to dig deep and connecting to the reasons why we do the things that we want to do. First, let's define this word motivation. So motivation really is a reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. And what's really interesting about this definition is the word reason. So a simple example for a motive would be getting a glass of water because I'm thirsty, or making some food because I'm hungry. So this is really easy to connect to, but often our reasons for doing something is quite hidden. And when it comes to health and fitness goals, it's really hard to dig deep and find the true motives of why we're wanting to do something. So with the examples before of getting some water because you're thirsty, the motivation isn't really hidden. It's there because, water helps us survive. But when it comes to health and fitness, we don't really know what these obvious reasons are. So they're harder to come up with, and we really have to dig down and get into the truth of things so that we can continue to move forward. And I would say that there is an argument that almost everything that we have a reason to do has some sort of link to surviving. So the problem with motivation, that when it comes to health and fitness goals, is that we're really excited and we have a lot of energy in the beginning when we make a new goal, and we're busting a lot of our workouts, we're getting to the gym, we're doing our home workouts, and then all of a sudden we get really busy and our energy just starts to tank. And this is where we're like, where's that motivation? The motivation's always there, it's always inside, but what we have done is actually lost that energy, that spark. So we can't really rely on this word or feeling of motivation alone. So how do we stay inspired? We have to connect to our why. We need to dig deep and really find the true reason of why we want to do something. So I call this connecting to your why. So if you want more information on this, I go pretty deep in how to come up with this in my book, Peak Nutrition, and I'll link that below. I've also taken a lot of this information, learned these valuable lessons from Precision Nutrition. I absolutely love this company. I'm a certified level 2 coach through Precision Nutrition. If you're a health and fitness coach looking to deepen your knowledge in motivation and goal setting, health and nutrition, I highly recommend you look into them. All right, so now we're going to get into this exercise on how to create that connection that lives deep, deep inside of us. We call this the 5 whys. So what you're going to do, this is a fairly simple activity, but it's also very difficult. So what you're going to do is actually ask yourself a question 5 times. So I'm going to think about a climbing goal. So I want to climb harder. So a question would be, why do you want to climb harder? Well, because it's fun and I want to progress. That's interesting. Why do you want to progress? Well, because it gives me meaning. It provides meaning to climbing. Okay, so why do you need to provide this meaning to climbing? Well, because it makes me try hard and I'm able to see my potential. That's interesting. Why do you want to see your potential? Well, because it makes me feel somehow valued. Okay, so now we're getting deep into this. So why do you want to feel valued? Because when I feel valued, it boosts my self-confidence. So now we've come to a somewhat very deep level motivation of why I want to accomplish something. And what might happen is that you might find by doing this exercise later on, so let's say you revisit this exercise in 3 months from now and compare it to what you did today, that deep reason might be a little different, and that's okay and that's good. I want you to keep getting deeper and deeper, and you might have more self-realization around your goals. So today I want you to take 5 minutes and sit down and connect with your why. Ask yourself 5 times why you want to accomplish that goal. And you can even connect this to last week's exercise. All right, so let me know in the comments how the process went for you. I think it'd be really interesting to see how the process felt. Was it a little scary? Was it easy? All right, so that's it from me this week. I will see you next week. Hey, thanks so much for joining me on this Tip Tuesday. I hope you got something really valuable out of that. Make sure to join me next week. Remember, every Tuesday I'm going to be dropping one of these tips. Make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell, and I will see you next week.